Wale Tinubu, Ihkerika, Sayyu Dantata's companies are unapologetic days after importing adulterated fuel. Hello everyone, you're welcome to the news. Some hours after some of Nigeria's oil tycoons fingered in the importation of adulterated PMS into the country have maintained a posture of condescending indifference and insensitivity, even as Nigerians across the country continue to groan under fuel scarcity. In the past week, motorists across the country have faced a tough time getting fuel, as it was revealed by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA) that adulterated fuel was in circulation and had subsequently been withdrawn, so to speak. An alarming number of motorists also complained that their car engine had been damaged by the adulterated fuel. The withdrawal of the fuel in circulation led to artificial scarcity, as the long queues not seen since December 2015 returned with so much force. In a statement on Wednesday by its spokesman, Malam Mele Yari, the group managing director of the Nigerian National Company Limited (NNPC), revealed that MRS, Wando, Duke Oil, and a consortium consisting of Emadep, Hyde, AY McPhee, Britannia U were responsible for bringing in the fuel. Billionaire Wale Tinubu is the group chief executive officer of Wando PLC, Africa's leading indigenous energy solutions provider, which he co-founded with Mofe Boyo and Jite Okoloko in 1993. The company was then known as Ocean and Oil. Kano-born businessman Sayyu Dantata is the founder and chief executive officer of MRS Holdings Limited, while Catherine Ihkerika is the chairman CEO of Britannia U Nigeria Limited, an indigenous petroleum company for upstream exploration and production, and Britannia U Ghana Limited. She is regarded as the first woman to become the chair and CEO of an upstream E&P company in Nigeria. Since this news broke out, none of the well-known trio has made any official statement or apologized to Nigerians for the harrowing experience they were subjected to. Malam Kyari stated that the NNPC's investigation has revealed the presence of methanol in 4 petrol cargoes imported by MRS, Emadep, Hyde, AY McPhee, Britannia U, Consortium, Wando, and Duke Oil, but that he has since ordered the holding back of all the affected products in transit, both truck and marine. Kyari also said that the quality certificate issued at Load Port in Antwerp, Belgium by AMSPEC, an otherwise leading provider of testing, inspection and certification (TIC) services for petroleum traders and refiners, indicated that the petrol complied with Nigerian specifications. However, Kyari noted that the corporation received a report from its quality inspector on January 20th on the presence of emulsion particles in PMS cargoes shipped to Nigeria from Antwerp. The NNPC quality inspectors, including GMO, SGS, Joshem, and CNG, conducted tests before discharge, also showed that the gasoline met Nigerian specification. Kyari said, adding that as a standard practice for all PMS imports to Nigeria, the said cargoes were quality certified by an inspection agent appointed by the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, the NMDRA. The NMDRA said while methanol is a regular additive in petrol and usually blended in an acceptable quantity, the levels in the 4 cargoes were higher than Nigeria's specification. The NNPC boss said that the company promptly ordered the quarantine of all unevacuated volumes and the holding back of all the affected products in transit. Kyari said that all defaulting suppliers have been put on notice for remedial actions and that the NNPC and the NMDRA will take further necessary actions in line with subsisting regulations. So that's the situation of things, my people. If you've been in the news, you've heard about the different things happening, and a lot of comments actually followed this. Let me take one or two. One person said, "These people will never wish our refineries would take operation till the end of time." Another person said they should be in jail by now if Nigeria were to be a lawful and justice country. They don't care about anybody else because they feel they are above the law. Heartless people in our society. So that's just to take two of the comments that followed, of all the comments that have followed this disclosure. Now my take is, when we saw, there was a video trending online where we saw at an MRS filling station owned by this man Sayyu Dantata, where what was coming out was nothing close to what is known as fuel, but that was what was sold to people in their vehicles unknowingly, and a lot of people also innocently bought in their jerry cans. And we heard reports of generators, both small and large and medium, knocking off, the engines knocking off. We heard of people's cars engines just knocking off. And when all those things happen, it's just hard to the suffering of Nigerians. When has it become a crime to be a Nigerian? You're not sure of the fuel you're buying in your car. You're not sure of the safety of your child in the school. You're not sure of the security of your life from point A to point B. You're not sure of the kind of food you're buying and eating. You're not even sure of anything. So what is going to work in our country? And according to this report that says all these people involved, Sayyu Dantata, Wale, Tinubu, and Ihkerika, that they are not apologetic about it. How true can this be? I'm still hoping that all these are allegations. Yes, I just hope the allegations. I hope in a few hours time, they will come out to say something about this. Either to say they are sorry, they are going to rectify this, whether I don't know. They need to just come out and take responsibility. That's the problem we have in our country. We do not take responsibility. We are very careless about a lot of things, and even when it happens, we do not show any sense of responsibility. We just keep quiet or start looking for ways to, not to let the news trend and everything. Why must we plunge our own people who are already struggling to survive, who are living under $1 a day? That is even for some working class people. From 3 square meals every day, it has become either 100 or 001 or 010. How much more the people who are unemployed? How much more the dependable generation? That's the children and old people who are not actively employed or actively doing anything. I hope we just take time out to be humane in everything we are doing, to let humanity come first. The money we need are just basically for our basic things. Every other things are extra things. The more we see this, the more we have pity, empathy for people, the better Nigeria will be for us all. We are always comparing countries, our country to the Western countries. It's a matter of systems being put in place. Who are those that are in charge of quality control? Who are those in charge? Who are those to take responsibility for XYZ? All of these are points for discussion, and I hope they will speak very soon. Because whether you're rich or you're poor, we're all human beings. We need to be good to each other. We need to do the right things. We should please stop putting our people through such level of poverty. Nigeria has to work again. So I'm waiting, with hope from Madam Uju, Wale Tinubu, and Sayyu Dantata to say something about this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.